Hey everybody, welcome back to the video. So today we're going to be learning about styling links in CSS. So let's get started. So we learned links in HTML. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to customize them, like make them a link box or something like that. So we're going to be doing that. So first of all, let's go ahead and have our link. It's going to be having an anchor tag or an A tag. Inside the anchor tag, we're going to have an href or a link. So I'm just not gonna keep anything. We're just gonna have a no link right there. So what we can do is let's just say link, and that's our link right here. So let's go ahead and see with our live server. Let me reload this. So there we go. Our link works in this specific color with an underline under it. So we can click this and it still doesn't have anything. So it doesn't happen anything since we don't have any link right here. If you want, you guys can specify the link. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be customizing this link. So first of all, we're going to go to our index.css, which I already imported right here. Link rel style sheet href equals index.css. And let's go ahead and write something in this. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to have, the first thing is going to be a link. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna keep this blank for now, and of course it's not gonna work, but we're gonna do that later. So the second thing is gonna be, or these are basically the things you can do, it says. So but we're gonna do visited. So I'm gonna be explaining what are these, and this is the exact same format you have to do, or it's not even gonna work. So format does matter in here. So after this you can have hover. So the next thing we're gonna be having is active. And there we go. So these are the four things we need. So I'll basically say guys what the each thing does. So this is a link. So this actually so if you have something like here inside, like customizing and stuff, so it's basically gonna apply whatever you says if the link is now visited by the user. And it's the opposite for this. So whenever the link is visited, it's gonna show that specific thing, whatever you customize there. And the name itself says right here hover. Whenever you hover, it does something right there, whatever you have. And this active is kind of hard to explain, but I'm gonna be showing you guys. So it's already defined, not by me though, so let me go ahead and click this. So there you see it kind of gives us a red color. So normally it's this color, but whenever I just click it, and there we go, it just gives us a red color, and whenever I release it, it's gonna give us our back, so the normal color. So that's what active does, so we can do that too. So the order does matter, as I said. So let's go ahead and start customizing this. So the first thing, whenever the link is not like we didn't open this or so, what we can do is we can change the background color, and let's go ahead and have like a border or so. Let me go ahead and have a border, and this is gonna be 3 pixels solid, and this is gonna be in the color, let's just say black, or the basically the default color. And the normally whenever it's gonna be like this, what we can do is we can also have a background color if you want. So we can specify background color. There we go. So now what we can keep the background color is to be white, and you can do that. And you can set the color to be black too. Let's go ahead and do that. So that's our color. So basically let's go ahead and see this. So it works, but not in a specific way what we wanted. So we can customize that later onwards. But that's pretty much about link right here. So now what we can do is, by the way, of course, I want to also mention something called text decoration. So it's basically going to remove whatever you want. So like the underline or so. So we can put these. But what we can do is you can put none and no underline. So that's how this thing works. So that's pretty much about what you can do right here. So if the link is visited, what we can do is we can copy the same exact code and we can paste it right here. Since I don't have any code, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, and let's go ahead and put this color, let's say it should be red, I guess, or maybe not. Let's just go ahead and put black. And let's go ahead and see right there. So if the link is now visited, because we don't know what's the link and I didn't visit it, so it's gonna turn to this color. So that works. So we can put the text decoration, and yeah. So let me go ahead and do something like this. So you can also change this. Since it's kind of bad, I'm gonna put it to 4 pixels, and that's a lot better. Now what we can do is whenever we hover, it's gonna change that specific color. So I'm gonna copy it, and the text decoration is gonna be an underline, which is basically normal the thing. And there we go. So that's how it becomes. But what we can do is we can also do something like this. So we can put that to 4 pixels. And what we also can do is we can put the font size of the specific the thing or the text to be, let's say, 150%. I don't know if that's a lot, but yeah. So that's how it works. So whenever I hover, so it becomes big. And now what we can do is we can put that. Let's go ahead and change the background color to be not red. I'm just gonna put it to yellow. And whenever I touch it, there we go. So that works. So that's kind of like a link, I'll say. And you can customize that. You can do whatever you want. So active, I mean, already everything is done. So let me go show you guys. So okay, it's not working, that thing. So we can customize active too then. So what we can do is we can change the background color. Let me go ahead and customize the background color to be red. And the next thing we can do is you can also make, let's say the font size to be, okay, we don't want the font size then. Let me go ahead and put let's just say this should be good. So let me go do that. And there we go. So that's active. So that works. So that's an example of how these links work. And this is an example of pretty much about links. But if you want even more, I'm going to include something right here. So let's go ahead and get our, oh wait, we actually need that. Actually, never mind. We don't need that. So let me go ahead and get my text right here. So this is a text I had. So this is the thing I want to explain. So like whenever you have a link, so this is what it's gonna do. So let me go ahead and do. Let me go ahead and remove this and then show you guys what each thing does. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna copy all this and show you what it does. But it's kind of like the same thing, except I just don't want to write all this code. But I'm gonna explain you guys. So let me go ahead and do that. So we have all the code, but it's just kind of like a tag, normal tag. So yeah, so these are all the things we have right here. So first, let's go ahead and go to auto. So whenever I hover, it's gonna give this normal kind of thing. But whenever I go to crosshair, which is basically this, it's gonna give like this drawing kind of symbol. And so that's how this thing works. So I can still like highlight this and so. And the default, so this is normal default, it doesn't do anything. So e-resize is gonna kind of do this, kind of like extending each side. Help is gonna make this the cursor to be that size. So I don't think so. Yeah, this doesn't work. So the cursor, if you guys can see, is like a question mark, and the move is basically kind of like dragging or putting somewhere, but it actually highlights this. And the same thing for all these. But the interesting thing is pointer and progress, I'll say, because it kind of looks like loading as you see my cursor right here at the end of the S. So yeah. And the next thing is gonna be like, let's see, it's gonna be like this wait. It's kind of the same thing like progress, but it just have this full loading thing, but except it doesn't even have the cursor. So these are pretty much about how you can customize the cursors on the specific link. So these are the things. So first of all, what you need to do that is a cursor, which is should be in a style tag, and it should be auto, crosshair, default, or anything. So if I remove this, and let me go ahead and remove the extra thing right there. So now we can put it like auto or something. So it does give you like this hint right here. So if I put C crosshair right there, and if I put N and resize and stuff. So yeah, so it kind of gives us a hint if you want. So you can do that too. So you don't have to remember all these, but I just want to show you guys. So it's not that of important, but if you want your website to look more cool, you can do this. So that's pretty much it about links. So that's it for today's video. See you in the next video. Until then, bye bye.